Margaret Williams versus Tommy Williams. The defendant in this case, Mr. Williams, contacted the clerk's office saying that he had no way to get here, had no ride to arrive here and answer his petition for contempt. You have filed a petition for contempt on September the 22nd. He has 30 days in which to answer, but you have asked for, and I issued a show cause order for today's date. And what you're asking me to do is to order that he be removed from that property. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
I don't know that he's joined us, but let me see. There was one other individual in the waiting area. We'll see if he is, in fact. Good morning. Could you identify yourself, please?
Yes, sir. My name is Tommy.
What's your name? I'm sorry.
I'm Tommy Williams.
You're Mr. Williams. That is Mr. Williams. All right. Mr. Williams, you're here on screen with us in this courtroom, and this is a motion for an order to show cause as to why you shouldn't be ordered to remove yourself from that mobile home that's located on real property that belongs to the two of you and has been ordered to be sold, I think, did it not? So,
Yes.
Yes, sir. I've been in and out of the hospital, and I've had complications from my heart surgery. And right now I'm in real bad.
here's what I want you to do. I want you to listen to what Mr. Sparks puts on. He's going to tell me what he's asking me to do and why. Then I'm going to give you a chance to respond. But I want you to just listen first as he tells me what he's asking. All right?
Yes, sir.
Sparks, if you'll pull that microphone up and speak directly into it so he can be sure to hear it.
Okay. Can you hear me, Mr. Williams?
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, as you noted before, we filed this petition for civil contempt. Your Honor, during the divorce, ordered that the property be sold as part of the terms of the divorce. They actually retained a real estate agent and sold the property, and there was supposed to be a closing date on the 28th, but they won't close it while he's still on the property.
The mobile home belongs to the individual out of
Yes, sir.
Alabama, was it?
Yes, sir. I spoke to him yesterday, actually, and he's ready to come get it. The problem here that is obviously Mr. Williams has made no efforts to move. I mean, he's sitting in the house on the trailer with, and you can see in the background, everything's still in it. We need to get him off the property. Now, the other thing that I've asked for in this petition, and I don't normally include much else in a civil contempt petition, but my client and I were concerned about the dogs that he's got. He's not going to have any means to take care of them, we don't believe. We'd like to arrange for a rescue organization to come get them.
Sir, I'm taking care of my dogs.
Mr. Williams, you be quiet now until I tell you it's your turn to talk. I'm going to give you a chance to give me your side of this, but you need to be quiet while Mr. Sparks is talking, okay?
Now,
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Now, Mr. Williams, who's about to tell you how sick he is, this is a constant refrain from him. This was the reason that during the pendency of the divorce, he wouldn't vacate. This is the reason that we couldn't get a final hearing when we wanted one. There was always an excuse for Mr. Williams as to why he could not appear. I'm asking Your Honor to issue a habeas today and take him into custody so that we can get this trailer off the property and get it closed so we can bring this matter to an end.
When is the closing set?
It's not set again, as far as I know. It was set on the 28th. Obviously, it's been missed. And the buyers knew that this was going on, so the real estate agent told me that there was not a huge urgency at the moment, but obviously we need to get it closed.
Mr. Williams, as you know, when we heard your case, I've understood your position, and the fact of the matter is that the owner of the mobile home that you're residing in appeared as a witness and testified that you had not paid anything on that mobile home for, I think it was years, and as a result, he was ready to take possession of it. Now, listen to me. listen to me when I'm talking to you, okay?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
He testified that he was going to come and get that. And if you remember, I told you then, he had every right to do that and to have you put out on the street because he owns that property that you're inhabiting. So in the divorce, the real property, the land that mobile home sits on, that's separate and apart. And that was owned by you and your wife. And as a result of that, that was ordered to be sold. And that took place at your final divorce hearing. In order to sell it, they've got to get the trailer removed from the property in order to close on the land sale, which means that the owner of the trailer's got to come and get it. Now, I understand that you have health issues and so forth, and that you brought a lot of that stuff out when we were having your divorce hearing. But it was ordered that you vacate that property within 60 days and that you have the opportunity to relocate and take care of your dogs or whatever you wanted to do. So what I need to know is should I have a sheriff come out there and arrest you and put you in jail because you're not complying with my court order? Do you want me to do that?
No, sir. It's a matter of record. I've had the paramedics out here on the emergency calls because of my health three times. And also I've spoken to the lady that's handling the sale of the land, and she made arrangements for the land to be sold in December. And I'm trying to get everything underway. I've talked to Mayflower Movers, and they told me they can't move it unless I give them $4,500. And my dog,
You can't move what?
I can't move any of my furniture out of the house because I'm not physically able to pick everything up and move it myself because of my heart condition. It takes 18 pills a day for my heart. That's 9 in the evening. And so I'm having to pay someone to come and move. And right now I have spoken to the real estate lady, Miss Jameson, and she has given me until November. She said everything should be cleared up by then. And I thank her for giving me that time. She's seen what kind of shape that I am currently in. She knows I cannot physically move anything myself. And so, Judge, if you could give me till November, I will do everything in my power to get this resolved. And I have signed paperwork to that effect with the real estate agent.
All right. This trailer is owned by the individual, I forget his name, who appeared as a witness and testified. As any other type of situation, he has a right to have.
I have a second mortgage on.
All right, Mr. Williams, I've muted you so that I can make sure that you understand what I'm saying without interruption. The owner of this trailer that you're living in has testified at this hearing that you have not paid anything on that trailer for many years, and as a result, he is ready to take possession of that trailer. That is between you and that individual. I don't, have anything to do with that. I have not ordered that he have possession of it, but he has the right to have you removed from that trailer. Now, that may be that he has the ability to come in and get a general sessions detainer warrant, or it may be that he shows up and physically removes you from that property. But the fact of the matter is that you have been ordered by this court to vacate that property within 60 days from the entry of the final decree. More than 60 days have elapsed. You have not complied with that, so therefore I must find you in contempt of the orders of this court. However, I don't find, based on his health issues, that it is willful and deliberate, but I do find that he's not in compliance. Therefore, he will have until November the 1st of 2021 to vacate that property, or this court will issue an order to incarcerate him for civil contempt. Civil contempt, Mr. Williams, means that you hold the keys to the jail. In other words, that you have the ability to comply with the court order. All you got to do is bring yourself into compliance. Otherwise, you would be in jail until you do comply. So I don't want to put you in jail, and that's the only remedy I'm given, and that's what your former wife is asking me to do today. But under the circumstances, you have to understand that the court's order was pretty clear that, and at the hearing, you protested the removal of the home. You claimed that you didn't want to have to give it up. You wanted to keep your dogs. And I allowed you to do that until such time, but the land has to be sold. Between you and the owner of that trailer, that's up to you all. You want to have the trailer moved and you and he fight over the trailer, that's fine, but it's got to be removed from that land. So you have, under this court's order, until November the 1st. You asked until November, you've been given until November. Mr. Sparks, the order will read, he has until November the 1st of 2021 to vacate the property. He's found in contempt. From that point forward, it will be willful and deliberate contempt, subject to incarceration for civil contempt. Mr. Williams, I understand you've got a lot of things you would like to say, but unfortunately, nothing that you can tell me in addition to what you've already said can change what I have to do in your case. Do you understand that? You'll have to unmute your device. I'll give you one more opportunity.
I think you muted him, Your Honor.
I muted him, but he needs to unmute. You need to unmute your device.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, sir. My doctor is saying he's going to put me back into the hospital because he thinks that I'm having a reoccurring issue with my bypass surgery.
Well, and I understand that, and that's why I'm giving you until November the 1st to do that. Now, understand this, the owner of that property that you're residing in, the owner of that trailer that you're living in, has indicated he's coming to get it. And he may come and get it and haul all of your stuff back to Alabama. That's what I'm concerned about. That's why I'm trying to give you an opportunity to get your stuff out, and however it takes. Between you and him, that's up to the two of you, but I'm ordering you to vacate that property by the November 1st date.
Sir, the home has a second mortgage on it.
I understand you said that, and that is between you and the owner of that mobile home. That is not something that prevents you from being evicted from that home, unfortunately. What you need to understand is that the land and the trailer are two different things. The trailer that you're living in, the mobile home that you're living in, is a piece of property that's owned by this individual in Alabama. He is coming to get it. And when he does, that trailer can be removed, and whatever's in it, that's between you and him. I'm giving you until November the 1st to comply with my order for you to vacate it. So all I can tell you is that we've had a complete hearing at the divorce regarding these issues. I've made my ruling, and unfortunately, I've given you more time to try to comply with that ruling to give you a chance. And that's all I can do. So I'm going to end this hearing so that Mr. Sparks and his client can draw the order and submit it to me for my signature.
Sir, may I ask one final question?
Certainly.
What if my doctor puts me back in the hospital?
I hope that doesn't happen. That if that happens, then the individual that owns the trailer will be moving the trailer with all of your contents in it to Alabama, as far as I can tell. So you'll have to go to Alabama to get your stuff back if you don't get it out.
Yes, sir.
I hope you can make arrangements as quickly as possible to do that. And that's the order of this court. So we're going to conclude this hearing. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I could, I'm going to leave, the file's not closed yet. This is not a final order yet because we still have 11-1. Is that correct?
Well, you filed a petition for contempt and he has 30 days to answer it. And this is just the hearing on the contempt issue, which I've made a ruling on.
All right.
So the remaining issues in your petition for contempt are still open, and they'll be, after 30 days, you'll have to revisit it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Mr. Williams, I've heard everything you've got to say. I want you to understand that while I certainly understand your position, I'm bound to enforce the orders of the court. And technically, I'm giving you about 3 weeks longer than you were entitled to remove yourself from that trailer. I want you to understand also that you've been served with a petition for contempt, and that you've got to file an answer within 30 days. So you need to make sure that you consult an attorney and get an answer filed, because Mr. Sparks and his client are going to be back in court asking for a default judgment against you if you don't. Okay?
Now, could you explain that to me again, Judge? My audio broke up.
You've been served with a petition for contempt. And in that petition for contempt, it alleges that you have violated willfully the orders of this court by not doing what you were ordered to do. Even though we've had this hearing today, this has only been on temporary issue about whether or not to immediately have you arrested and put in jail for not getting out of that trailer. I've given you the additional time to remove yourself from the trailer so that you don't have to go to jail. But you've got to consult with an attorney and get an answer to that new petition that's filed so that you don't have a default judgment entered against you.
Sir, can I ask one question?
All right.
If my doctor puts me back in the hospital, I have documented, it's been documented, the paramedics have been out here 3 times and they have spoken to my doctor, and my doctor is trying to put me back in the hospital. I'm trying to stay out of the hospital.
Then consult an attorney and have your attorney file an appropriate response documenting all of the things that you're telling me, okay?
Yes, sir. I can do that.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time.
Mr. Williams had income, from my recollection, as at the time of the divorce hearing, he has regular income, not dependent on his working, but he has income with which he can hire an attorney. So, all right, that will conclude this hearing.
Thank you, Judge.